y'all.
Hey.
Welcome to this week's Table Talk with your host, Diamond and Silk. You all, this show is being brought to you by Women United for Trump. Get your Women United for Trump t-shirts at womenunitedfortrump.com or the diamondandsilkstore.com. Now, Silk, it has been 2 long weeks.
Yes.
I really miss the viewers. I miss all of our fans.
Yes.
But we have been out on the campaign trail, and now we are back in, you all.
Yes.
So now I know everybody going to want to know, where in the heck have you all been?
Where have we been?
Well, you know, we was out stumping for Donald J. Trump, you all.
Oh, yes.
You all know that, if you didn't know, we were in Ohio last week. We were on a Women for Trump tour, and on the tour were Laura Trump, Omarosa, Lynn Patton, Katrina Pearson, and of course, Diamond and Silk. And we had a phenomenal time. And I have to give some shouts out because I have to give some shouts out right here.
Shout it out, girl.
So on that Friday, you all, we was at the Republican One Women breakfast in Cincinnati, Ohio, where we had a lovely breakfast, and we were able to speak, and it was a panel, and we had a phenomenal time there. The room was so beautiful.
Oh, the room was so phenomenal. Oh my God, it was beautiful.
And we were able to speak to women there, you all.
Yes.
And then after that, shout out to the Chicana Ranch for children and teenagers, where, you know, if you're going through some issues, that is like a safe haven for teenagers and children. And I like the atmosphere to feel. And thank y'all for that tilapia. That lady, she hooked that tilapia. The chef, they had a chef there, girl, that hooked the tilapia up.
And also, they raised their own tilapia.
They raised their own tilapia. I absolutely love it. And then, you all, we headed over to the Beaver Creek Women Club for their victory opening party. And we took some pizza down there, where we were able to take some pizza down there and speak to them. So that was lovely.
Amazing.
And then we hung out at the Young Jersey Dairy Queen. Or not Dairy Queen, but the dairy, where they had ice cream, you all. And y'all know Diamond loved me some ice cream.
And so do Sil.
So we were able to eat ice cream, talk to people, take pictures, loved it.
It was wonderful.
Then we went on to the Home and Garden Show, where we met some people over there and looked around over there. And then later on that evening, we went to the Victoria Restaurante in Powell, Ohio. You all, where we had a nice dinner. The lasagna was phenomenal there. And that's where Eric Trump and Laura Trump spoke. And Diamond and Silk didn't know we were going to speak, but somebody requested. So we got up and we did like a 2 or 3 minute spiel. And then we set ourselves down.
We sat on down.
So we had a phenomenal time. So that was all Friday night. Then we woke up that Saturday, girl. We had breakfast with the Black Republicans. Shout out to you guys.
Shout out.
Yes. And then we went on to a Federation of Republican Women Luncheon. Absolutely. Where we spoke at that, and we had a phenomenal time. And we answered questions for you all for that. Then we went to the Haven of Rest Ministries. The Haven of Rest Ministries in Ohio. They are doing a phenomenal job at that facility, helping people. I was like taken back by. I'm like, okay, I have to get down there so I can volunteer. We got to get down there so that we can volunteer there.
And Silk plan to go make some fried chicken.
And then I'll go eat a little bit of it too. And then we went to Youngstown, you all, where we visited a Black barber shop. And shout out to you all. You embraced us, and we sat down and we had a conversation about the inner cities, the urban cities, what we can do for communities, what can we do for small business, what we can do for Black business, what we can do for all businesses. So we enjoyed ourselves.
Amazing.
And then we went on around the corner to Charlie Staple Barbecue. I'm talking about, y'all got to visit Charlie Staple Barbecue. You talking about delicious? You all got to visit that. They should have a website where you can just order that stuff in. And that sweet potato pie. Make you want to just slap everybody. Just slap them out the way so they won't walk done. Because it's so good.
It's so good.
So we had a phenomenal time. And then we went on that Sunday, girl, and we honored the men and women of 9/11 at the Never Forget Project anniversary that they do every year, you all. It was phenomenal. People out there were honoring the men and women that died in that. It was a tragedy. But you know, it was the ceremony was phenomenal. It was phenomenal.
It was heart touching.
And we will never forget. We were on it 9/11. Yes, we were.
Right.
And then after we went there, you all, you know, we had to have a little church because it was Sunday. So we went on down there to Pastor Durrell Scott. He delivered the word of God.
He delivered the word of God. Oh,
you all, he preached. It's like he an ad-lib preach. He don't have to have all these notes. He just come off the cuff. And he has a beautiful church. So if you all are up there, make sure y'all go. Just Google Pastor Durrell Scott. His church will come up. And you all make sure you go there and you visit.
Because how he said it, we were built for this.
We were built for this, baby. We were built for this.
That.
Yes. So you all, that's what we've been doing. Oh, I forgot to mention. And then you all, Monday, we spoke at the Republican Women Luncheon in Pinehurst.
Yes.
Oh my God, you all. I love y'all up there in Pinehurst. I love y'all. And what tickled me so bad, y'all know I always talk about hot sauce.
Yes.
How about when we get to the Republican Women Luncheon in Pinehurst, they had Hillary hot sauce on the table. Hillary hot sauce on the table. It was so funny, y'all. So I thought it was phenomenal. We had a phenomenal time. We spoke there. Shout out to all of you all. Thank you all for the love, for the acceptance, and I just thank you all. Everybody that's on the Trump train, everybody that was in the room, we had a great time.
We had a lovely time.
We had a great time.
It was phenomenal.
So now we're back in our home, in our own zone, doing our own thing. And now we're back here with Table Talk. So Silk, girl, we know a lot of stuff that went down. We heard about the deplorables. We heard about Hillary Clinton having her fame spell. We heard about everything. So let's get started, girl.
Let's get started.
With Table Talk.
Table Talk.
Okay, girl. Okay. Now, you know, Hillary Clinton called us all. Well, I felt like she said half of his supporters. I felt like she was calling all of his supporters deplorable.
She said her exact words.
Give us her exact words, girl.
Her exact words was, you know, to just be grossly generalistic, you could put half of Trump supporters into what I call the basket of deplorables.
That's what she said. Yes. That's what she said.
She said they're racist.
Wow.
Sexist, homophobic, xenophobic, Islamophobic. That's what she said. And so, you know, Diamond, I started thinking.
Go ahead, think.
So I said, she said that half of Trump supporters, could go into a basket of deplorables, and that half of them, I guess, is racist. Now, when she said that word, when she said it, I thought about it. Now, usually, it's you know, you have a lot of black people saying all, you know, white people's racist. But it was funny that this white woman called two black girls.
She called us racist. She called us racist.
And I'm like, what's going on here in the world? Do you all hear these trigger words?
These are trigger words. These are trigger words.
We just talked about these different words and these different tactics that the Democrat uses.
Oh, absolutely.
And the trigger words. But now, instead of her going after our man, Donald Trump, now she want to go after his supporters.
His supporters.
And so...
Now let me make sure we make this clear. She said half.
She said half.
But here's the deal. If you ever gonna lead, you're gonna have to lead for all. You can't just lead for some. Yes. So what you telling us is half of the American people you don't like, you have a problem with, you hate. When you call them deplorable, deplorable is a word that describes a lot of nasty things. It describes a lot of nasty things. And
shame on her for even saying that about the American people.
About Americans. About Americans.
Exactly, because at the end of the day, our common denominator is we're all human beings.
Right.
No matter what a person do in their own private time, at the end of the day, we're all human beings.
And one thing about Donald Trump, he knows that all of Hillary Clinton's supporters are not going to support him in this election. But he's never called them out of their name.
That's right.
Okay?
That's right.
I don't get the left. How do the left feel like that they can call people what they want to call them? But then, when the shoe is on the other feet, now you looking like, well, he shouldn't have said this or they shouldn't have said that.
You talk about this man for saying he said this, he said that. He offended this group. He offended that group. And then you come out on a national stage or platform and offend all groups.
And my thing is, she's deplorable.
That's right.
Not only that, but she can be racist.
Exactly.
Because you're calling his supporters deplorable,
yes.
which are American,
yes.
American citizens.
That's right.
American citizens are not deplorable by wanting to be put first.
That's right.
By wanting safety and security
That's
and
right.
a secure border
yes.
and good jobs.
Exactly.
That doesn't mean we're deplorable.
That's right.
We want you to put American first. But she don't get that. She don't understand that. She don't have a clue.
And so she went on to say that the other basket, the other half of the basket of people, are people who feel that the government has let them down, that the economy has let them down, and that nobody cares about them. Nobody worries about what happens to their lives or their future. They are desperate for change. And so I listened, and I heard her. And then I started thinking, well, she is right. You know, a lot of Trump supporters feel like that she, President Obama, the current administration, Washington,
these career politicians
have let the American people down.
They not only have let the American people down, but they have left the American people. Because when you care more about refugees than the American people, that's a problem. When you care more about illegal people crossing our borders than the American people, that's where the problem comes in. Put Americans first.
And I hear her saying this, and she don't even realize that she is part of the problem.
She is the problem.
That's right.
She is the problem with no solution.
That's right. She said that the economy has let people down. You got people that is homeless, people that is hungry, people that is unemployed
or underemployed,
standing out there. So she right. Yeah. So Hillary, you right. You've let the economy down. You've let the American people down. So she was right. She was right on that. She said it feels like American people feels like nobody cares about them. Nobody worries about what happened to their lives.
They don't. And that's why when you look at Donald Trump, he's the voice for those people that you all forgot.
That's
the ones that's in the hood. The veterans that's homeless. The people that's talking about we'll work for food.
That's right.
The people that's underemployed and are barely making enough to make ends meet. Donald Trump is those people voices. And for you to call people deplorable, how do you suspend those supporters that's not coming up?
Exactly.
It's like, forget about the poor.
In denial or something.
Don't worry about the middle class.
That's right.
Let's just worry about the elite.
Because if you was really concerned about the people's future, Hillary, if you was really concerned about the future, you had over 30 years.
30 years.
To make some stuff happen. And guess what? People still stuck.
People are still stuck Chuck in a rut and looking messed up.
Yeah, so people on the Trump train is desperate for change.
We are desperate for it.
That's right.
We want real change.
Yes.
And we understand now that we cannot get real change fooling with these career politicians.
That's right.
Working for their own greed and not the need of people. That's why we want Donald J. Trump, because he's putting Americans first. That's why we want him.
That with Hillary Clinton, we're going to get more of the same. But with Donald Trump, he's going to change the game.
That's right, baby. I love it, Sylvia. Yes. And that's what they're scared about and they're mad about.
They are scared.
And listen, you all, she called us all deplorable. But if you all listen to the news today, it's like, oh my God, Donald Trump done did this, he done did that. Now they have changed the cycle of the news. They trying to get it off the fact that she called us deplorable and the fact that she fainted at that 9/11 ceremony.
We don't talk about that.
We got to go ahead and talk about
this. What? If Donald Trump would have said, hey, a sentence.
They were every time you turn around, it'll be something. Every time
we wouldn't have nothing to talk about. They would be spinning it over and over and over again. And you think that this lady here deserves a pass?
No, she don't deserve a pass.
And I always say, you may not pay what you owe, but you will reap what you sow. You will reap what you sow.
Well,
and so then after that,
go
ahead, tell them what happened.
Well, after that, child, I'm minding my business. I was in Ohio when this went down. I was minding my business because it was on 9/11. So I was in the 9/11 zone.
That's right.
You know, weeping for our men and our women that was, that it affected so many people's lives. And I was there. And then I hear that Hillary Clinton, breaking news, she had to leave. Because she came down, she was just sick.
That's what I have heard. Yes,
so I'm like, huh. Now I can understand you being sick.
Right.
And then they came out and they said it was heat exhaustion. So I said, let me see what is the temperature in New York, because we here in Ohio, it's a little humid, but on that morning it was a little cool.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a light breeze.
Yes.
So you mean to tell me it's really that hot in New York? Well, it was only 75 degrees. So we all went on about the day, and when we was having dinner or lunch, something, we were about to do something. The video surfaced, and the video showed her where it looked like she stepped back, but then her knees buckled, and it was all she wrote, you all. And I was like, wow.
Look, we can talk about it, but we can just show them.
Take a look, y'all. Take a look. Okay, y'all saw that. Now, see, I'm not talking about nobody. We're not talking about I'm not even going to talk about the illness.
Right. It's not about the sickness. It's not about that. Right.
Okay, but see, here's the deal.
Oh, come on. I'm like...
You may not pay what you owe, but you will reap what you sow. Now... A couple of weeks ago, she made a derogatory speech.
Yes, she
did. She put out a derogatory ad.
Yes, she did.
Against Donald J. Trump.
Yes, she did.
And now all her business is really out in the street.
It's coming out.
And it had people questioning her health.
That's right.
Later on, you all, I believe it may have been that night or even the next day, they started saying, okay, she has pneumonia. I didn't think pneumonia make you faint.
Well,
I didn't know pneumonia would make you fall out. And they also said she was heat exhaustion. Why wasn't nobody taking off her? If it's hot, take off some of these clothes.
Some clothes. Bring me some water.
Bring some water.
Fan me.
Yeah, something that didn't look like something. You all, I'm going to say this here.
It's like they had her propped up on something.
Yes. People are questioning her health. They can try to say whatever they want to about Donald J. Trump. Donald J. Trump ain't never had no episode like that.
That's right.
Ever since Donald J. Trump has been in this race, he has been going almost every single day. Non-stop.
Yes.
You don't see him killed over.
That's right.
You don't see his feet buckling. Something is not right.
Knees buckling.
Now, let me tell you what gave it away.
What gave it away?
Her husband, he can't keep nothing. No, Slick Willie. Slick Billy can't keep nothing. No, them hillbillies. Listen.
Billy.
He was on a show, and he said that his wife, she has allegedly, we'll say allegedly, he allegedly said that his wife has had a bunch of episodes where she's collapsed.
We don't have to allege that.
Well, I'm going to allege it. Do you? Where he said it? Because they edited it. Take a look, y'all. Take a look. I didn't know you had it, girl. Take a look.
When you look at that collapse, that video that was taken, you wonder if it's not more serious.
No,
than dehydration.
She's been, well, if it is, it's a mystery to me and all of her doctors, because it's frequently, not frequently, that's not it, rarely, but on more than one occasion over the last many, many years, the same sort of things happened to her when she just got severely dehydrated.
See, y'all? See, okay, so wait a minute. I am not trying to talk about nobody's condition. I'm not a doctor, so I'm not going to diagnose anybody.
Right.
But what I can't understand is why, and I know when you get older, you do fall, and sometimes you fall and you may break a hip.
Things happen.
But why is she collapsing? Because to me, that didn't look like pneumonia, and that cough did not sound like pneumonia.
Agree.
Now, I know that sometimes you can have allergies when you cough.
Yes.
I know that.
Yes.
That could be allergies. I don't know.
I know.
What, girl?
I know. But I will say this.
Okay, what? What, Silk?
I know what's up. I know what's up. I know what's up.
Well, something is up.
I know pneumonia started with the letter P. I know that. But we ain't talking about that P. I'm talking about another P, and I'm going to leave it there.
However. What kind of P?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And we're not talking about where you park at. And we're not talking about going to the park. And I'm going to leave it right there.
Oh, now, I got it.
What I will say is this. With her actions and what she is showing us right now, going through these next 50-some days, will show you exactly what we are to expect if she becomes president.
Right. She's not fit. Because, listen, you all, if first of all, Hillary Clinton don't fly a whole lot. She have blood clot issues. How is she going to fly overseas and meet with these people? There is no layover in the Pacific. There's nowhere to stop
unless
that
she's
plane.
Unless she's going to stop in the clouds.
Unless she's going to stop it on an island, some kind of secret island. That's number one.
Yeah.
And if she have to be out the public eye for so many days, and then she have to go rest up to come back, we got too much stuff happening. We got too much stuff happening.
That's right.
So how is that? What's up? What's up?
Right. What's up?
What's up? I don't think she's not going to be able to lead.
That's right.
She's not going to be able to lead you all.
She's not.
I'm looking for them to say, okay, she's out.
Well, I know that the DNC is planning a strategy on how to replace her.
Really?
Just in case.
Who they gonna bring back?
Well, I don't know who they're going to bring back.
Ain't no sense of bringing back old Bernie. Because if you bring back Bernie ain't no better than Hillary Clinton because he done took that money and bought him a $600,000 house.
That's
so
right.
What is he done already burned
to support? I heard that he riding in some type of, is a convertible or something?
He think he back in that day, he thinking y'all young again.
He's a super fly.
He think he a super fly.
He think he's a super fly. Yes, yeah. I don't know who they're going to bring back, but I know who we need right now in the White House.
Oh, we need Donald J.
Trump.
We need Donald Trump. We need Donald Trump.
And he's up 5 points in Ohio.
See, that's why we got to be out there campaigning, you all.
Yes.
Now, I got something to tell you all.
We got something to say.
The political streets are talking. It has been alleged that Hillary Clinton could have a body double. Okay. Let's go back to the series of events.
Let's roll back.
She comes out of Chelsea apartment feeling fine. She goes to the memorial, gets sick. They take her back to Chelsea house. If you sick, why didn't you go to the hospital?
Why?
Don't that?
Yeah. Well, I had heard.
What you heard? What you hear? What you heard?
That she did not want to go to the hospital because then now her records would be exposed.
Oh, but here's the deal.
Here's the deal.
When they took her back to Chelsea house, finally, she emerged from the apartment like she was brand new, like nothing never happened. But then I looked at it. I looked at that video.
Yeah.
And I compared it to her other videos and her other pictures. The one that emerged from the house looked like she had done lost a lot of weight.
Yeah.
You all know that Hillary Clinton, she has a flare.
Yep.
Meaning she had her hips.
She's a little bit like Silk. She got a little
flare like that. So she's a little wider.
Yeah.
She have hips. But this lady really didn't have no hips.
Right.
She was sort of shaped like me.
Yeah.
Without hips. She didn't have no hips like that.
Right.
So I'm like, hold up. Could this be what they're talking about? Could this be a body double?
We might need to call Olivia Pope.
Call Olivia Pope, because we be looking at a lot of scandals. Something ain't right, because if you buckle like that, how all of a sudden you can come back fresh and do everything again? I don't get that.
Diamond.
What, girl?
I was also looking at, my show, Vernie and Co.
She loved Vernie and Co.
That's my
she
show,
loved
Vernie
that show. Because they be telling the truth.
He be telling
They be talking about stuff that the Clinton News Network never talks about.
Look, I love my show. But anyway, did you know that Obama plans to veto the 9/11 bill? Yes. That would allow terror victims of the attack of September the 11th to sue Saudi Arabia. President Barack Hussein Obama plans to veto that bill so that those people that that lost loved ones on that day,
right,
will not be able to sue the people that they say.
Because those men were from Saudi that came into our country and did that. They were
right.
were they on a visa or something like that?
I don't know, but if the bill is passed and it's okay for the victims to be able to sue, then yes, they feel that somebody's responsible here.
So my question is, why? Is somebody getting some kickbacks?
What?
Because these were American lives that was lost.
Yes.
In 9/11 attack.
Right.
Our officers that was our heroes.
Yes, our heroes. Yes.
That walked up into those burning buildings.
Yes.
And you mean they can't sue the people that that's interesting.
But Obama, he's
blocking it.
He wants to block it where they can't do it.
Well, the only thing they need to do is they need to investigate to see what do Obama have to do with Saudi Arabia.
Right.
What, are you using a kickback? Did somebody pay some money to not?
Something went down. Something's going down. But yes, I don't know if he's trying to be some type of a hero or show up in his last few days before he leave office.
Well, I don't know what you mean by show up doing what, because he's not working. He was out there on the campaign trail campaigning for Hillary because Hillary homesick. And some of the things he said, I had to turn it to Fox because I couldn't look at that. I cannot believe that he say things like he don't have any experience. Obama, you didn't have any experience.
That's right.
You didn't have any experience either.
Didn't.
And people got out and voted for you.
That's right.
Certain things he said just it's a turn off.
Exactly.
If you're gonna talk about your candidate, Hillary, talk about crooked Hillary.
Right.
But don't talk about our man Donald J. Trump. He don't have nothing good to say about crooked Hillary. And look at this. Look. Here's some of the things that he has said about crooked Hillary. You all take a look.
When Hillary Clinton says I'm out of touch, I just have to remind people of the track record. So now this is Senator Clinton. This is the same person who has taken more money from lobbyists than any other candidate, Democratic or Republican. Taking more money from drug company lobbyists and insurance company lobbyists. This is the same person who says she's voting for the Colombia trade deal. Turns out that her top advisor, her top strategist, was working for the Colombian government to get the bill passed. This is the same person who spent a decade with her husband campaigning for NAFTA and now goes around saying how she was opposed to NAFTA. This is the same person who took money from financial folks on Wall Street and then voted for a bankruptcy bill that makes it harder for folks right here in Pennsylvania to get a fair shake. Hillary Clinton's out there, like she's out in the duck blind every Sunday. She's packing a 6-shooter. Come on. She knows better. That's some politics being played by Hillary Clinton. I want to see that picture of her out there.
Finally. We finally agree with the president on everything that he said in that video.
That's right.
He can never say Diamond and still didn't agree with him on some things.
Yeah.
Everything that he said about old crooked Hillary,
yes.
We agree, Obama.
Exactly.
We agree on that.
Agree.
But what we don't agree with is how you was on the campaign trail campaigning in our place and bashing our man and saying some stuff. Now, what did he say, girl?
Okay, well, first off, he wanted to really talk up himself. So he said, we turned around a declining economy.
Okay.
All right. That's the first thing he said.
A declining economy.
That's what he said. Well, how did he turn it around? Backwards? Because it's still declining.
It's still declining. Look at the people in Detroit.
That's
Look
right.
at those people in Chicago.
Yes.
Look at those people in Baltimore.
That's right.
People are not coming out.
Exactly.
See, they ignore those people.
They ignoring that.
Right.
Okay.
Denial.
Right. Then he said, we helped the auto industries set new records. So I'm like, set new records, what? How many jobs is being shipped overseas?
That's right, because somebody is going overseas. Like they're going to Mexico or overseas somewhere.
Yeah.
That's right, girl.
Then he said, we created 15 million new jobs.
Where the hell are they at? Are they low-wage jobs?
For illegal immigrants?
Are they the type of jobs where it keeps you underemployed, where you're still being handed crumbs, you can't even have a slice of the cake, then they not good jobs.
Yeah. And then he said that more Americans are working.
But they're working underwage jobs. They're not even working a good 40 hours a week because of that Obamacare. And then once that Obamacare do kick in, and it's going to triple on them, and ain't nobody, he didn't say nothing about that while he was out there on the campaign trail.
Well, what I want to say is that he's talking about more Americans working, but while they're standing on the corner talking about we'll work for food.
Or why are our veterans still homeless? And they're not coming up.
And then he said more Americans have health care.
They may have health care. They may have health insurance, but that health insurance don't work for you unless you getting it for free.
But
if you have to pay for it, you're paying premiums out the roof.
It's crazy.
Like 2 house payments.
That's
almost.
right.
That's crazy. Talk about that.
Then he had the nerve to say incomes are rising.
His income is rising because I heard somebody done bought him a house somewhere. He paid, I think his rent
$28,000.
$28,000. Is that gonna be the rent or that's gonna be the mortgage?
That's the rent each month.
To rent each month, he's gonna be $28,000. Now, does that include his Secret Service and his wall?
I can't tell.
And his fence wall, because he don't want nobody to build the wall. But I bet you he gonna be around the wall.
Well, shoot, that's somebody's salary for the year.
Duh, absolutely. Didn't know we had that kind of money.
Then
come on, girl, come on.
Poverty is falling.
I can't tell it's falling from where? Poverty is falling from the sky on the people because they don't have good jobs. They are not gainfully employed. They are underemployed. Yes, girl.
Then he said gas is $2 a gallon, and he was like happy,
like he done something. I'm sorry, Mr. President. It's $2.01 a gallon. That's 1 cent too much. Yeah,
but that lets me know that it's the supply and demand is not high.
No, okay.
So that's why the prices can be low.
Well, since you think you got all the power, how about calling down there to that airline and let them know to stop charging those damn baggage fees?
That's right.
I'm proud of that mess.
Right.
You know, Silk, every week we love to do a segment called Busted! This week, Busted segment is being brought to you by Basket of Deplorable T-shirts. Get your Basket of Deplorable T-shirts at diamondandsilkstore.com. Now, Silk, who gets busted or got busted this week, girl?
This week, busted goes to the Clinton Foundation.
Oh, what did they do this time, girl?
Well, that's what they didn't do.
Uh-oh.
Well, you know, when they was accepting all of the millions upon millions upon millions of dollars.
Yes.
They wasn't even registered as a foundation.
Oh, so they was doing something called the bait and switch. They was baiting people in, telling them to give their money, and they wasn't even a foundation. And then when they got caught, they switched it to a foundation.
Well, I guess that's if that's what you want to call it. But I know one thing.
What, girl?
All of the different states that they were taking money from or taking money in, they were supposed to be registered in those states. And they wasn't registered at all. So imagine all of the money that a lot of those people donated, and then they filed against their taxes as deductions. Imagine what's going to happen, because they didn't pay no taxes on that money when they filed it as a donation against their taxes.
I bet y'all didn't know that.
I bet
but because they want to play games.
That's right.
And they want to hide and seek.
Yes.
And do the bait and switch.
Bait and switch.
Yes. That's why this week you are busted!
You should have did it the right way.
You should have did it the right way. That is a bait and switch move.
That's right.
You knew what you were doing, and those people are going to have to pay back that money.
They're going to have to pay back the money, plus interest, plus fines, plus late fees.
And what did the Clinton Foundation, what they going to be made to pay?
They're going to get into trouble.
They need to be into some trouble.
That money, and they didn't pay taxes on that money because they was not registered.
And they should have paid taxes on it. Wow, that is interesting.
That's right.
Well, Silk Girl, who goes into this week's bowl of stupid, girl?
Diamond. This week's bowl of stupid goes to President Barack Hussein Obama.
Oh, Mr. President.
Oh, Mr.
We really
President.
wish that you would spend the rest of your time working instead of campaigning.
That's right.
You're on your way out. You're not coming back in, boo-boo.
No, you're not.
Don't get it twisted.
That's right.
Silk,
yes.
girl, get this bowl on out of here. Get on out of here.
spend it packing.
I love it, girl. I love it.
This time is all
call the U-Haul truck and start packing,
and
then he can move into his own house.
Get that stuff
and
out.
Get that house prepared for our man, Donald J. Trump.
Let it air out.
Yes.
That's right.
Now listen, you all, don't forget to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter.
Yes.
You all know that every now and again we will pop up and do a Facebook Live.
That's
also,
right.
make sure you visit the Diamond and Silk Store, diamondandsilkstore.com, and get your basket of deplorable t-shirts, you all. They have a special going on. It's a limited edition, limited time only, so they only got a handful of them, so I want you to go ahead on and get them. You all know about that Trump train, but don't forget about the prayer train that we do every day at 11:21 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. In the meantime, and in between time, you all have a lovely rest of your week, and we will see you next week right here on Table Talk. Good day.
Bye-bye.